Hi there, welcome back to Northlight Photographic Workshops. I brought you to one of my favorite places on the planet today. Here on the last day of the year, 2022 is almost a memory, and what a great memory it's been. Man, this was quite a year. Anyway, I thought I'd bring you over here to the shoreline, and I'd hoped for a little bit better weather, but this is actually pretty beautiful. We've just a little over a week ago had 22 inches of snow here in the big blizzard of 22, which turned into the big thaw of 22. It's amazing how fast all of that snow melted. You can see over here on the shoreline some of the ice is starting to build up, but actually it's been up in the 50s the last couple of days, and that's really something for this time of year. But you get a little bit of thaws, a little bit of freezes, all that kind of thing. Anyway, I like to reflect back on every year, and this is my second video doing that with you. And I don't know, I just really want to thank everyone, and thank you in particular for watching these over this year and making it just that much more special for me. You know, you start hitting a certain age, and I never really thought I'd do something like this with this video channel, but it's really good. And like I say, you hit a certain age and you start realizing that you're maybe not going to get to all the things you wanted to do, and you realize you got to kick it into gear a little bit. And that's what I've been doing the last couple of years, and you've kind of been witness to that, and also helping out with that with all of your views, and you know, watching the online videos and the different processes that I've been trying to teach everyone. And you know, lo and behold, if you build it, they'll come. It's been really a successful run for me. I think I've been having a really good time with it. In the last year, I think we've kicked up nearly 1,000 more subscribers, and you know, it just keeps growing all the time, which is really nice. And I've been getting a lot of really great mail from you, and people from all over the world that are starting to do these processes and starting to delve into it a little bit more. So it's really fun to be part of the catalyst that's making that happen. And yeah, it's just really a good time. But anyway, back to the thing, is just like to try to get as much done as possible these days. And you know, I've really started to kick it into gear these last couple of years, and you know, this year in particular was really great. I mean, I'm thinking back on it, and it started off with you know, heading out to Las Vegas right at the beginning of the year for the CES convention, Consumer Electronics Show, and you know, I was a little out of my element. It was a lot of fun though. I had a really good time. Started to learn a lot more about doing these kind of videos and travel videos, and you know, bringing you some content from the road. And you know, on that trip I got to go into Death Valley, which was fantastic. I hadn't been there in a long time, and it was really nice to get in there. And I did some really nice imagery, made some nice photographs this year. But that was just the beginning. You know, after that, I took my son on a short trip over to Italy, to Venice. That was a really great time. I haven't even produced that video for you yet. As a matter of fact, there's a lot I've produced this year that it kind of stuck on the editing room floor right now. You know, I haven't quite got the rhythm of putting together the videos and, you know, shooting them and that kind of thing. But you know, I've done a lot this year. I haven't counted the amount of videos that I've published here on the channel this year, but it's been quite a lot. And you know, it continues to grow, like I say. But yeah, so Venice was really great, and I'm actually trying to develop a trip there that hopefully will be announced pretty soon for this next year. And so yeah, that was a really good time. Came back from that. It wasn't long after that that I was out in Yosemite with my good friend Carrot Kuklis, teaching a class in gum over platinum. And then, or actually that wasn't gum over platinum, that was just a pure palladium class. And then came, then I went out to Utah. That was really great, kind of out of the ordinary for me. I hadn't been out in the desert in quite a long time, and because of being out in Death Valley, it made me remember how much I actually loved it. You know, I've spent the better part of the last 20 years going to Iceland, and a completely different environment, and it was really nice to get back into the desert there for a couple of days when I was at Vegas in January of last year, or of this year, and then went back out to Utah to explore a little bit more, and that was a really good time. I really enjoyed that, you know, and then after that, you know, very quickly came photo stock, and photo stock this year was just fantastic. I can't thank all the people that came enough, and all of you that watched enough. That was a really great time, and I'm already planning for this next year coming. This year it's going to be running the last week of June. I think it's June 22nd through the 25th, but don't quote me on that right now. And you know, I'll have a lot more coming along with that. That'll be fun. I'm trying to find a couple of interesting people to bring for that, as well as all of you that always come. And then after that was just kind of quick summer up here. You know, I had to do you know, a lot of home things. That was fun. I did a few trips on my own, and then I bought a trailer. That was crazy, you know, and I've been really having a good time with that. And I've actually produced a few more videos that I'd like to bring you doing that have just kind of languished. You know, my star chases up in the Upper Peninsula, and my chases after the Northern Lights and things like that. I don't know, for some reason I've got this mental block, and some of the videos I just can't get out to you because I don't feel like I have enough of a narrative there. But going back over the last couple of days over all of the video clips that I've made this year, I've been amazed at everything that we did. And when I say we, I mean you and I. Because when I'm out doing these things, I think of myself as taking this group of people along with me, which is always a lot of fun as well, and it helps me to look at things a little bit differently as well. So yeah, there was that, and then you know, of all things, at the end of the summer, putting together Iceland and taking the trip to Iceland this year, which was really fantastic. The northern tier of the country, which I hadn't done in quite a long time, with Dettifoss and Godafoss and the Northern Light shows that we saw up there, and then we got up into the western fjords. That was just incredible. That's an epic video that I'm working on still that I haven't brought out to you yet. So, you know, you'll see a few clips of that while I'm talking here, I'm sure, but that's another thing that I really want to bring you. So yeah, it's been a really great year, and you know, after that, you know, came November, and then it was back out to Yosemite with Carrick and teaching the Gum Over Platinum class. That was really great. And I'm sure there's other things that I'm forgetting right now. You know, all the way up till now, which has been really fantastic. You know, quite a year, and you know, I can't thank you enough again for being along with me. Oh, there's the eagles. Wow. I don't know if you can see him out there, but he's hunting. We've got a few bald eagles living along the shoreline here, and it's quite a treat to come out here and see them. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about taking the drone up, but with them around, I don't think I will. But yeah, it's been a great year, you know, and I've really been taking stock in my whole career, which is kind of odd. You know, I'm a certain age. I don't want to talk about that right now, but I just had a birthday, and that was great. Yeah, you know, you start to realize that there's a lot of stuff that you still want to do, and that, you know, I have my health, I'm in pretty good shape, and it's time to get to it. So yeah, we did a lot this year, and there will be a lot more coming next year. I'm working on that trip to Venice, like I said. There's a trip to the Faroe Islands that's coming up in April. There's going to be another one to Iceland later in the year. I'm also working on Norway, which I'm hoping to put together. So I hope you'll all stick with me and see what I come up with, because I like doing this stuff. I mean, I have a good friend, Renee Jacobs. She's a wonderful photographer, lives in France now, and I was talking to her earlier in the year, and we were talking about getting older and, you know, issues with, you know, our friends getting older and things like that. And, you know, she basically said that, you know, we've got to live the shit out of the next 10 or 20 years, and I'm all for it. So I'm glad you're here. I hope you'll stick with me, go along for the ride. Yeah, so there's a lot coming up for the next year. I've got some workshops that I'm planning as well for you. Anybody that wants to come up here. I always am open to doing one-on-ones, so just contact me. I also am going to get into a little bit more of video consulting online. So I've been getting a lot of questions from you about the processes, and I've had quite a few of you ask me about that. So I'll be getting to that as well. So, yeah. But anyway, I just want to keep up the inspiration, and I'm hoping you're doing that along with me. You know, I've been there's quite a few of you I've been talking to, and I've been helping you out through texts and things like that at certain times, and seems like everybody's progressing pretty well, and you know, you're having a good time doing your own work, and you know, getting out there and having your own experiences making photography, and just experiencing life. So anyway, I'm really glad you're hanging it in there with me, and I hope you continue to do so. Thank you for all of your support over the last year. Very, very special shout out to my Patreon folks. You guys are the best. If there's others of you out there that are interested in becoming you know, patrons of the channel and of the things that I do, I'd really love it if you'd have a look at the link below where you can find my link to my Patreon page. And again, thanks to all of you. I mean, that's really, really important to me. And as a matter of fact, I've been using that capital that comes in from that, going right back into everything. That's kind of how I purchased the trailer this year. The trailer, which, oh yeah, I forgot, led up to finally my first studio visits in person with Bob Carney. And there'll be a link to that up here for you to see. I'm really excited about that. And that is part and parcel to the reason that I purchased this trailer, is that I do want to get out and see our own country, my own country here, the United States, a lot more now. I mean, it's been quite a while, and like I say, I've been going to Iceland for a long time, and this is giving me an impetus to do that, as I want to go out and I want to visit different photographic artists and other artists in their studios and do interviews like I did with Bob. And I have a really interesting one coming up, and it's been confirmed we're going to do it, but I just don't want to tell you the person's name right now. But I'll be heading down to Ohio, if that gives you a hint, and I'm going to meet with this person in their workroom and talk to them, and I think it's going to be really interesting. And with that, there's also other artists and things, and some of you are out there right now maybe listening to this, and I'm hoping to get to you as well, to come out to your studios. I don't want to say any names right now, but I've talked to several people now, and we're gonna continue doing that. So that's going to be one fun thing about having the trailers. I'm going to try to travel around the country to different people's studios at different times, and that way also bring some content and some interesting things from the road and different places that I want to photograph along the way. So yeah, there's a lot more to come. There was a lot this year. Thank you again for being part of it. Thanks for all of your thumbs up and all of your subscriptions and everybody subscribing. Please, please, please tell a friend if you haven't already. If you have any ideas of things you'd like to get me to get to, please let me know. You can contact me through my website. If you go to my website and go to the contact page and fill out that form, that's the easiest way to get through to me. I get a lot of email and a lot of different messages through various social media, and it's hard for me to keep up with all of that. So the best way to get a hold of me with some sort of an idea, or if you'd like to come here for a workshop, or if you'd like to come up here for a one-on-one, contact me through my webpage at www.billschwab.com. And anyway, with that, Happy New Year to all of you. Be very careful. Have a good time tonight. Tomorrow's a new year. I know it's just another day, but it's a new year, and you know, another reason to get back out there and do more of what we do. All right? Thanks a lot. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.